Have you ever found yourself searching the house for your glasses, only to realize they were on your head the whole time? In that moment, a thought might cross your mind. Am I just being forgetful, or is this something more? Today, let's talk about how to tell the difference between normal, everyday forgetfulness and the early signs of Alzheimer's disease. We all forget things from time to time. It's absolutely natural, just part of being human. Maybe you walk into a room and forget why you're there, or you leave your keys in the fridge without realizing it. These little lapses can happen to anyone, especially when we're tired, stressed, or simply multitasking. But sometimes, forgetfulness feels different, or it starts to affect our daily lives in new ways. Understanding these changes is one of the kindest things we can do for ourselves and for the people we love. So how do you tell the difference? Let's look at some real-life examples that might help. Imagine you're in a busy parking lot. If you forget where you parked your car, that's completely normal. Maybe you were distracted when you arrived, but after a few minutes of retracing your steps, you find your car and move on with your day. That's typical aging. But if you find yourself standing in that same parking lot and suddenly can't remember how you even got there or what you were doing before, that's a warning sign worth noticing. Losing track of steps in a familiar routine can be an early clue that something more is going on. Here's another scenario. You miss a monthly bill here and there. Maybe the electricity bill slips your mind once in a while. Most of us have been there, but if you start regularly struggling to pay bills, find managing your bank account confusing when it used to be second nature, or notice money going missing without explanation, it's time to pay closer attention. Words can also offer clues. It's common to have a word on the tip of your tongue or to pause as you search for the right phrase. But if you find yourself frequently mixing up words or inventing new ones, like calling a library the book room, and this happens more and more, it's a good idea to talk to someone about it. And what about names? Forgetting someone's name at a party and remembering it later is a part of life. But repeatedly forgetting the names of close family members or confusing relationships, calling your granddaughter by your sister's name, for example, may be a sign that needs attention. So what can you do to stay aware and proactive? Here are a few gentle tips. First, consider keeping a memory journal. Write down moments when you notice forgetfulness and see if a pattern emerges over time. This isn't about worrying, it's about noticing. Second, invite a trusted family member or close friend to observe any changes with you. Sometimes, those around us notice shifts before we do, and their perspective can be invaluable. Finally, treat your memory health like any other part of your well-being. Just as you'd get your blood pressure checked or visit the doctor for a checkup, don't hesitate to reach out to a healthcare professional if you notice changes in your memory. Early conversations can make a real difference. Remember, forgetfulness does not always mean Alzheimer's. But paying attention and caring for our minds is one of the most loving things we can do for ourselves and for those who care about us. Knowledge isn't something to fear, it's an act of care, and it helps us take action when it matters most.